under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Anybody want to make a motion to approve those minutes? All, any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? All right, the mayor's report. I'm going to go real quick. The vehicles sold, what was it, like 8,400?
That sounds right.
Yeah, it was around 8,400, the vehicles out back, and I think most of them were gone.
All of them are gone except the Envoy, and he's supposed to be here Wednesday to get his.
We really haven't talked to you more about the reservation fee, but if nobody's heard, lightning struck the water plant 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it knocked the main service pump out of service. So we've had to shut the water plant down, and before we put tens of thousands of dollars in it just to get it back operational, we decided to shut it down and use fire water from Jackson County for the time being. Now, when I say the time being, it may be a year or two if we have to buy it so we can get everything set. We'll talk a little more about that later. But as a result, to satisfy them people, we've already started draining the lake. So there's no danger of the potential. Yeah, well, it's in process. It's taken a while. And I guess Kyle, he mentioned some hoses and insurance, but if he's not here, we haven't done anything else with the shelter reservation fee. Is that right, Danielle?
Yeah.
So we'll try to get that done soon. And from there, we'll go to, unless anybody has anything else I should report. Went through this pretty quick, but it's been a busy week, but or month, but we'll get through this. Okay, the second reading of the codification ordinance. Danielle?
This is going to be ordinance 0323. It's an ordinance enacting a code of ordinances for the city of McKee, Kentucky, revising, amending, restating, codifying, and compiling certain existing general ordinances of the city of McKee dealing with the subjects embraced in such code of ordinances and declaring an emergency. It lists out all the KRS requirements for the ordinance, the sections, it labels the titles and subsections for each chapter. You've got general provisions, administration, public works, traffic code, general regulations, business regulations, general offenses, land usage, and then a table of special ordinances. That's it. Vote to accept.
All right. You have heard the ordinance. Is there a motion to accept the motion as read?
I'll make a motion.
Motion to approve. Second by Jim. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Now the second reading of the occupational license ordinance.
This ordinance is going to be 04 of 23. It is an ordinance of the city of McKee, Kentucky, amending ordinance 0302. This is to amend the annual license fee to $25 on all trades, professionals, and businesses. Whereas the council's further determined that a flat fee of $25 annually is appropriate for all businesses. The code of ordinances of the city of McKee, Kentucky be amended by revision section 110.12. An annual license fee of $25 is hereby imposed for all trades, professions, and businesses in the city. And this ordinance shall be effective upon second reading, passage, and publication.
What's the fee now?
$75.
You want to down to 25?
Yeah, it's not worth it. Had a lot of requests for that. We just thought it was appropriate to do that. So,
I get the motion to pass.
who will make some motions or second?
Also,
Second by Dylan. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Okay, we'll move on to the surplus property. Danielle, is there anything you want to say about this?
A lot of this is stuff that had either attached to the backhoe or the tractor. We don't lease the backhoe anymore, we sold the tractor, so these are all parts that we don't need. We figured we could probably advertise them and maybe take sealed bids or sell them for scrap metal if they're not worth anything, and just get them out of the city garage.
You need the surplus.
Yeah.
Yes.
The dump truck, they ain't gonna say it.
No, we're working on,
We're working on selling it, we're selling it eventually, right? Or selling it.
yeah, I'm very careful what I say, yeah. That may get into a negotiation. We still own that. So, if there are no more questions, I hear a motion to approve the surplus property list. Motion by Mickey, second by Joel. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Police report.
I'll come up there.
Yeah, okay, so, kind of how I've done it before, I've got quite a few things to talk about tonight. But as I've done it before, our total CAD, or calls that are entered into the computer system, was 189. We had 16 arrests, 58 charges, 9 felony charges, worked 3 accidents, and issued 10 courtesy notices. That's basically, we pulled you over, but we gave you a break. That's the report we have on our normal activity. A couple of things that I want to discuss with you is, last week we received a donation from Louisville Metro Police Department in the form of computers, roughly about a $30,000 donation. We got 10 just about brand new MDT computers and docking stations, so we're very appreciative of that. To update you, Officer Baldwin has an official academy date of December 27th, 23. He got bumped from the original academy date that I wanted. And it appears that he's going to be in the new hybrid academy. So this is going to be the first time they've ever done it. So from what I understand, and I don't think they've got it all completely worked out yet, somewhere between 3 to 5 weeks of the academy, first 3 to 5 weeks will be done online. And that will allow him to still be able to be here and work, but at the same time he'll have X amount of assignments, or I guess kind of like how they do college classes online, something similar to that. And that gives him a graduation date first week of June, if I'm not mistaken. We've also made a tentative job offer to a new officer. That'll be pending completion of his POPs Phase 1 and 2. He completed Phase 1 this morning, and from everything that I've seen so far, we've already gotten a letter back from the academy that he passed that with no problems. Once we get the official paperwork in, we'll be able to schedule him for his Phase 2, and that takes about 4 weeks to complete and get the grades back on it. And the last thing that I have is we ordered the third cruiser, the new cruiser, from the same company that put our last one together. And we've got about he always says 14 weeks, but he said it'll probably be, could be worth 10 to 14 weeks to get it delivered. And that was, I couldn't figure out why when I initially talked to him to get the quote. He's like, oh, we'll have a 5 to 7 week delivery time. And then Danielle and I were talking about it, and I realized that just like everybody else, they had to wait till the new budget passed, and that just put us in the back. People had already ordered them off their new budget, and that just moves us back in line. He's got the vehicle, he's got the equipment, we're just in line to get it built.
Any questions for Jonathan?
What does this vehicle want to cost?
It's 57.
Slightly over 57. We're financing it through the same people we financed our rescue truck through. So it's gonna be an annual payment, right, that's.
Yep, once a year.
An annual payment, and the first payment is not due for a year after closing. So we won't even have to pay on the cruiser until this time next year.
But we're responsible for all of it.
Well, no, actually, it's being funded through House Bill 413 money.
Yeah, the same way that we paid for the last cruiser. The HB 413 money we get makes the payment.
Is it a truck or?
I'm sorry?
It's a Dodge Charger, just like the last.
No, it's a Durango. Just like
Durango, sorry.
Any more questions for Jonathan? Thank you, sir.
That's it.
Citizens' comments. Are there any citizens here? Council comments. Any comments from the council?
Are they ever going to bush out the phone?
We're working on that. We think we're gonna have to advertise for bids. Basically, we're working on a plan. We're probably gonna advertise for bids.
Well, now, there's a guardrail up here at the factory, where you get McKee Ridge, that bridge right there.
Yeah.
It's all of.
Guardrail?
Or is the county or city?
I did ask about that. I think it's a county
Somebody
issue.
must have an accident.
Yeah, that's, let me put that on my list, that's Shanks. I need to talk to him about something else. Anything else? All right, if there's nothing else, we need to go in executive session, to talk about the dam and the water treatment plant. All right, we're back in session. We need a motion to shutter the water plant, the city water plant, and to breach the reservoir dam. Do I have a motion for that?
I'll make the motion.
Second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. One other thing I wanted to mention, the audits. The auditor came in this week. I missed him, I was going to talk to him. But he's still gathering information. I think we're all convinced he is working on it. But he needs information different than what we had it and that sort of thing. But still a long timeline. The 2017 audit, I think the previous auditor, we had planned on finishing that one up, and he's decided he doesn't have the time, so we're going to have to move 17 to the new auditor. Yes. Yes. So it's one hurdle after another, but it's proceeding. Anything else? If not, is there a motion to adjourn?
Yeah.
By Joe?
I'll second.
Second by Dylan. All in favor say aye.